Hey everyone! So I recently got this new TN. It's one of the new Prima Marketing Traveler's Journals, and it's so beautiful. Do you see this? This is a personal size. I've never actually kept a personal size TN before. I've kept personal ring bound planners, but never a TN. The difference in sizing, this is a standard. This is also a Prima Traveler's Journal, and this is the personal. So it's a little bit smaller, and I've already kind of measured out my inserts. Now, this is not a standard personal size. It's a little bit wider. If I can get my little things out, the height of it is 6.5 inches, and the width of it is 4.5. It should be, I think, 4.25, but I made it a half because I like my inserts to be a little bit more squared. And we'll see. If there's too much overhang once I put the book together, I might trim it, or I might not. I have no idea. We'll see how I feel. But this was the template that I made, and I'm going to make my journal to fit into this beautiful TN. So I'm going to share with you my process of how I'm making this kindness journal. Now I'm going to make this journal in the junk journal kind of style. I'm going to make it with a fabric cover though. So this first video is going to be about my kit. Before I create any sort of journal, any sort of mini book, or like anything, I put together a little kit, and I think I mentioned this before. A lot of you have asked, like, throughout the years, how I get my journals to look so like cohesive. I create a kit. That is how I do it. I always start off maybe with a pattern paper or embellishment or something and that I like the colors of, and I just kind of build upon that. So for this kit, I actually fell in love with the Lavender collection. This is a new Prima Marketing collection that they just came out with. It's called Lavender. And I just fell in love with the papers and everything. I just loved the colors. And when I was thinking about the season of kindness, these pages, they're very soft and purple and cream colors, and they just look very sweet and kind. And so that is why I chose them for this particular journal. So I'm using papers from the Lavender collection, and I also got the new Love Story collection, also from Prima Marketing, that I thought fit very well with the papers that I chose from the Lavender collection. So this is the paper that I started out with, and I kind of built my little kit from it. So I'm just going to show you all of the things that I pulled out. This is my kit, and then I have a tray here full of other little bits that I'm going to include in my journals. So for the cover, I'm going to make it fabric. I might make it quilted, so of course I look through my fabrics. I love adding trims to the edges of my journals, and so I have here some kind of cream lace trim. I have these are fabric swatches here. I have this handkerchief. I think I got this handkerchief in some Happy Mail, but it's so pretty, and it has, you know, the cream pink colors. And then I have some fabric here from my stash. These are all from the same collection, but they all, you know, they were all kind of cream based, and they had some purples and some pinks, and I thought that worked really, really well with the papers that I chose. I know some of you may not like the whole cohesiveness of a journal, and some of you do, but I love my journals to match. Like, I love the papers to match. I love the insides to match the covers. I just love the cohesiveness of everything being in the same color scheme or the color family. So that's how I pulled out the fabrics and the papers. So I'm going to go through the papers. Like I said, I'm doing this in sort of like a junk journal sort of way. So of course I have some old book pages, and I have them in different sizes. This is from my Secret Garden book that I altered, and I really liked this illustration here, and I'm hoping to use it. I'm probably going to have to crop it, but it's so pretty, and I want to add that in, and I thought the green and the kind of watercolor florals kind of complemented really well with all of the lavender, purples, papers that I pulled out. And so I have those. And then the papers. So again, I have my lavender paper. I'm going to pull out all of the papers here that are from the lavender collection so that you can see the papers that initially kind of sparked this color scheme. So I have these papers, a lot of this soft purple, gray, lavender color. Love the florals and the butterflies. And then there's a lot of cream and like maybe light pinks. So you have this paper, and it's all very vintagey, and I really love that. Then we have, I love this ledger. Now these are from the Lavender collection by Prima Marketing, and this is from their A4 paper pad, because the 12 by 12 papers and the 12 by 12 paper pad has, I believe this collection has copper foiling on it, and I don't like foiling very much. I'm not a big fan of foiling, so I got the A4 paper pad, which does not have the foiling. So along with that, I'm also using a few papers from the Love Story collection from Prima. This is another new Prima line, and I loved these roses, these little cabbage roses. And again, it has that vintagey feel to it. And this is just bringing in a little bit more of the pink color. This paper is very shabby chic. I love this paper. Hopefully I can use that somewhere. It's so pretty. So those are my Prima papers. Then I pulled out some bits from the Planner Society kit. So this is the most recent January 2018 Planner Society kit, and I pulled out these two papers because I really love the florals. I think the pink florals here really go with the papers that I chose. The background is a little dark on these, and they do go, and you know, me and dark colors, they're not my thing. So I'm thinking of maybe fussy cutting these florals out and sprinkling about my journal. The backs are this, again, it's black and white. This pink actually goes with the color scheme, but I really took it out for the florals. Then this is also from a Planner Society kit. It's a piece of vellum that is foiled. It has these foiled diamonds. I believe this was from the March of last year's kit. And I really like adding vellum. I don't particularly like the foiling, but it's very pretty, and I thought it would match really, really well. And then I took out some wallpaper samples. These are 8.5 by 11 wallpaper samples, and I believe in one of my previous videos I also used the wallpaper samples. I'll leave the link down below in the description box to where I got them. I ordered them from a wallpaper site that gives you samples. You get 2 free samples, and then every additional sample is $1. So I ordered quite a bit because I thought for an 8.5 by 11 sample at $1, it was really reasonable when you can pay for a 12 by 12 sheet of paper also $1. And these are wallpaper. This is wallpaper, so of course it's a different thickness. A lot of the times it's more fibrous. It feels more like a fabric or sometimes vinyl. So I thought it was a really good deal. And you can get so many beautiful florals. And that's really why I ordered so many samples, is because where can you get beautiful floral paper from? It's very hard to find beautiful floral paper. So I took 2 out that I thought would work really well with my kit. Then I have this page here. This is ripped from a Daphne's Diary magazine. And again, I just love this floral. It actually kind of matches this paper that I also pulled out. But the back I'll probably cover with something, but I loved this. And then this is the only 12 by 12 sheet of paper that I have here. This is from Kaiser Craft. It's from their P.S. I Love You collection, and I really loved this pattern. But the back side is this collage of vintage things, and it brings out more of that pink and the creams, and I really, really like that. And then lastly, for papers, I just have some, I think these are different weighted drawing papers in 2 shades of off-white cream. And that's if, you know, if I don't want it to be so pattern paper heavy. I have some just blank papers to also use in my journal. So that's basically the fabric and the papers from my kit. But then I also have this little tray here, and I want to show you what I have in this tray. So I get this question asked a lot, where I got this tray. I actually got this from Urban Outfitters probably like a year and a half ago. So it's just a melamine, I think I'm pronouncing that wrong, lunch tray. I don't know what it was supposed to be used for, but I thought it was really cute. It was on sale, and it helps me kind of organize my little kits that I make when I do a project. So here I have some more bits. In this little section here, I have more paper. So I have some 6x6 paper, and then I took these out because they had the whole butterflies, and they have a little bit of purple in it, but these purples are a little more saturated. They're not as grayish, but I still thought I can make something from them. And these are from, I believe, I actually don't know where they're from. I think they're, no, I want to say Dough Crafts. I got them from a paper chase when I was in London. So I know the brand is a British brand, but I don't actually know. I think it's Dough Craft. I don't know if it's Paper Mania. It might be, it might not be. I don't remember for sure. I'm so sorry. But there were just these little beautiful florals and butterflies, and so I took those guys out. And then I have some scrap here. This piece of scrap is from the same Kaiser Craft collection, and so I thought I might use that up too. And then I have here a doily. Then I have here some other bits. These two I got from some Happy Meal. This looks like a poem. I feel like this might have been from a Daphne's Diary magazine. It looks like something that would be in that. And this is a postcard that I got, but I thought that was cute. And then these are just more little page bits that have, I think, children's book stuff on it. And then, of course, these are some stickers that came in one of the new Prima Marketing TN packs. And so I have those stickers here because I think I'm going to put that in my journal. So that's what I have in this section. And then I have more little ephemera bits. So I have a lot of ephemera. A lot of this is from the new vintage, it's either Vintage Floral, Vintage Dreams Prima collection. It's their collection for their Prima Traveler's Journals. And so I have the florals. I pulled out some florals. If you saw my haul video, you would have seen the packs of these. So I pulled out some florals. I pulled out this thing that says Adventure and this little ruler ephemera. I have more little bits here. This girl is from a Planner Society kit. I loved her. She has that purple going on. She's from an old kit. She's from like a September kit from 2016, I think. And then I have another Planner Society girl here. She's a fairy. This one was from the August kit of last year. And then again, more florals and little bits. I have a Prima flower. That's what they're calling these. These are layered butterflies. These are from the Lavender collection, so I have one there. I have this. I got this at Michael's a while ago. It's just a fabric flower, but I love to color, so I might put this on my cover. I might. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with that. And then here I have found things. So this is a book plate. I thought that was cool to add. I have some buttons here. Of course, these are the same colors. I added a little bit of mint because I think a mint to bring out some of that green. I have these. Oh, here's another button. And then I have a metal button here. Has a heart on it. And then I have these, what are these called? They're not resin. Are they resin flowers? These are from Tim Holtz. They're cream. Then I have some charms here. These are also from Tim Holtz. They say things like adore, XOXO, noted, and heart. I pulled them out because it's the season of kindness, and I was trying to figure out what sort of phrase I can use to like accent. I'm leaning towards the XOXO maybe, because that's, you know, hugs and kisses, that shows kindness, but that's why I pulled those guys out. And so that's what's in my tray. So that is just an overview of what I have in my kit. These pieces will be used to embellish pages and stuff like that. And then of course I'm going to make my pages with the papers, and then of course the fabric will be for my covers. And so I just kind of wanted to start this series of videos off with just showing you my kit and how all the colors coordinate, all the elements coordinate. And that's what you should really look for when you're kind of putting together your journals, if you want a cohesive, because not everybody wants a cohesive journal, like a cohesive looking journal in terms of color and theme. So my color scheme obviously is lavender, creams, and pinks, and my themes are like florally, like florals, butterflies, and then I have a lot of like Parisian things going on. So that's kind of my feel of this journal. So when you're, like I said, when you're thinking about your journals, pick a color scheme. And then once you have that color scheme or theme in mind, you can go through your stash and just kind of pull out all sorts of things that match within that color scheme. Color scheme is most important than theme. Theme you can always make up, but color scheme. And that way, no matter how you lay out your pages, everything will coordinate and everything will look cohesive. So that is just this first part of this video series. I hope looking at what materials that I'm going to be working with helps you get a better idea of how I go about making my journals. In this next video, I'm going to show you how I'm going to make my fabric cover. So stay tuned.